Welcome back, everybody. Rough weather out there, a lot of rain. We've had some street flooding on the west side that continues at this hour. 1 to 2 inches of rain already, and we could get 1 to 2 inches of rain more.
Yeah, we've got a shot from our tower camera there. That's going to be at the top of your screen. This is from our KHOU studios on Westheimer, like Chimney Rock in the Galleria area. To your bottom left, a live shot of Bering Street right behind our studios. You see that little white SUV stopping, waiting for another car to pass him. So this is north and southbound. You can see how deep that water is, and other vehicles have flooded out. That black vehicle's been there a while. I think that one has definitely seen better days.
It could be stuck now. Now we're used to seeing that on Bering because that's right behind the station, right next to the parking garage. But that kind of flooding on Westheimer, to me, is kind of rare. To me, it's kind of rare. All right, let's get to David Paul. He's got the latest on all this. Dave, you're out there.
Yeah, right out in the elements at the gas station.
You mentioned how rare. Yeah, we've taken refuge with a lot of our new friends here at the Exxon station. We're at the corner of Westheimer and Chimney Rock. It has become Lake Westheimer right here. Salzato's right behind here. Bering is right over there. Chimney Rock, where he's pointing at, that's the intersection of Chimney Rock and Westheimer, and it is just a mess. And there are scenes like this all over West Houston right now, because the rainfall just came down all at once. Rain totals are not over the top, 2 to 3 inches of rain, but it all came down so fast. We had rainfall rates that were exceeding 4 to 6 inches per hour. That has overwhelmed the primary drainage, the gutters. It's not made to handle that kind of rainfall rate, so it's kind of backing up and bubbling up, and the result is traffic is a mess, not just here on Westheimer, but as I mentioned, you guys mentioning Bering, all the way up into the Tanglewood area, all the way down Chimney Rock into Tanglewood. I can see the water just spraying up as the cars go by. And this includes many streets within the Memorial neighborhoods. You guys have some street flooding as well. 290 up to Tidwell and 34th and 43rd Street. The neighborhoods in there also have lots of street flooding, where a flood advisory was issued a little earlier today. Got some folks trying to come through here with a little too much speed. Okay, the Jeep's going to take a run at it, but I don't recommend that. Remember, in your car, the computers, the really expensive computers, are quite often under the seats, and so if you get a little water in the bottom of the car, it can get you. There's a big clap of lightning and thunder just came through here. So the rain continues to come down. It is letting up a little bit, but the roads are going to take a while to drain off. This is going to be an hour or two process until roads on the west side, like here at Westheimer and Chimney Rock, finally have a chance to settle down and dry out and let commuters get home. Guys, that's the way it looks out here right now. Back to you guys in a dry studio.
Yeah, you can see too all of those cars, right? They've gone ahead and, as David says, taken refuge underneath the awning at the Exxon station. Yeah. And they're also, lined up by the side of the road.
A scene that is all too familiar to all of us who have lived in Houston for quite some time. These gas stations are often like an island, of refuge, till the water goes down.
And of course the overpasses. A lot of people will pull over to the side on the freeway.
Exactly.
The overpasses. All right, let's get to Chris Ramirez now. He's checking the radar. What does the future look like for this system?
Yeah, we are still tracking that heavy rain that's currently falling over the central part of Houston. This is looking at downtown. Still seeing those roadways still at a crawl. But as we look at the situation, we're expecting the next maybe 2 hours. We're going to be under that weather impact alert until 6 o'clock this evening, as that's when we're expecting to see this rain eventually lighten up. So maybe just stay off the roadways and not travel if you do not have to, because it is treacherous out there, as we are still tracking this area of heavy rain in the central portions of the city. And that's why the National Weather Service has issued that flood advisory until 5 o'clock this evening. It's looking like this rain just really not moving all that much. The good news in this is that we are seeing less lightning with this rain, so that is a good indication that this storm is weakening as we start losing those daytime heating. But we've seen close to 2 to 3 inches of rain in some locations, especially just to the north of 290 along Antoine Drive, and we've seen reports of street flooding, widespread street flooding in these locations where you see these green boxes. So 1.1 inches of rain off of 45, 3.7, that's close to estimated 4 inches of rain just inside the North Loop, and we've seen maybe close to 2 to 3 inches of rain within maybe 45 minutes to an hour here around the Galleria area, and that's what we're seeing right here just along I-10 south of Spring Valley. So these areas that are still continuing to see that rain, this little storm that's just over Houston, not going away anytime soon, is still expected to linger. We We are seeing this decrease in size, and it's becoming weaker because we are losing that daytime heating, but we are expecting this to linger at least for the next hour or two, and eventually things are going to start becoming quieter as we head closer towards 7, 8 o'clock later on today. So just be cautious on that. However, going into the next few days, we do have rain chances to last through the weekend, but we're going to be tracking some Saharan dust as we head into next Monday and Tuesday. So we're going to deal with the hazy conditions through the next few days. And so we're just going to keep track of these daily afternoon rainfall, at least through the weekend. And then by next Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to have a high pressure system shape up, and we're going to actually see the heating once again returning with highs in the 90s, and it could be looking like a fairly hot, hot 4th of July. No development in the tropics for the next 7 days. Things are going to expect to remain quiet. We are expecting to see somewhat cooler conditions, all thanks to those rain chances, especially into Sunday, but jumping up to 96 degrees for those highs. For your 7-day forecast, highs in the 90s, lows in the 70s. We will see rain become a bit more isolated by Monday and Tuesday, but we're still tracking those widespread rain and some street flooding that's currently going within the next hour or two. Back to you.